What's up, guys? Welcome to this episode of Beers and
Breakdowns.
You have to... Did you just interrupt me, Abel?
You ruined
I'm sorry.
it. Now we gotta start all over again.
Don't you ever interrupt me again.
That was it.
We're a little sore, a little beat up. Just got done hanging out with High Altitude Fitness over in Aurora, Colorado, one of the best gyms on the planet, with one of the best coaches on the planet, Cody Donovan. And you guys be happy to know we're going to start working together to combine MMA with special operations and create a badass tactical plan for those who are involved in room clearing in any way. And what did you think about it from what we saw today?
I was glad I was not the one giving the demonstration because it looked painful, but it was awesome. It's super practical and it makes sense.
Yeah, so clearly Cody's put a lot of thought into it, and it was so painful to be pinned up against a wall by someone who knows what they're doing. Yeah. I shit you not, I felt like my guts were gonna go out the wrong side of my body. I was gonna shit myself. Like, talk about violence of action. Like when someone who's a UFC fighter puts their hands on you with intent to keep you still, it's a whole nother level of aggression.
It was like watching a master at work.
Yeah.
Basically. And like everything he did was like
So
had a purpose. Yeah, everything was like calculated, probably the best way to put it. It was awesome.
Yeah, so look forward to that. We got some videos coming from that. Make sure you check out the mentor program. We're currently mentoring future soft and just people who want to apply special operations mindsets to their work environment so we can help you level up. So make sure you check that out. Also check out the website. We have the Ruck Trainer Drop 2 dropping soon. Make sure you're on the email list because I promise you those are going to sell out very fast. Last time we had quadruple the order size and they sold out within hours. And this time I'm telling you it's going to be quick. So sign up for the email list and thank you guys. All right, so let's jump into the movie of the day, which is Blackout. One of them that just hit Netflix, and honestly, I was pretty excited to see because I thought, what's his name?
Josh Duhamel?
I thought Josh Duhamel was going to make a pretty amazing version of John Wick or a nobody. You know, we're always looking for that person that could play that elite role. And it's really hard to do. It's really hard to get one that like a John Wick series could branch off from because you just have to feel it. And I think the reason John Wick's success is the way it is because Keanu Reeves put so much into actual training.
Well, the whole series is just so much attention to detail.
Right.
Whether it's tactical, like it's so tactically proficient, like everything. You can count the rounds that we were talking about the other day. You can count the rounds and know when it's time to reload.
Right.
And so a lot of these movies try, but they don't go as far as that, and it falls short.
You don't have actors who put nearly as much effort into the role as Keanu Reeves, and that, if it was my opinion, that's why they haven't been able to replicate the success. But let's jump into this movie and see if Josh Duhamel was able to be the next Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
All right, I hate to say my traditional thing, what I say, but right out the gate, we got some bullshit going on. So Josh Duhamel and his character, he's eluding, and all of a sudden, a car pulls up next to him, and he obviously knows that they're hostile, but instead of slamming into the car and trying to do a police pit maneuver, which, trust me guys, just because police officers do it, does not mean that it's not advanced tactics. A lot of times special operations replicates police maneuvers because they work so effectively. Who pits more people than police officers? Nobody.
Nope.
Nobody gets to practice pit maneuvers more than police officers. They are the subject matter experts in pit maneuvers. So what does Josh Duhamel, this trained professional, do? He goes like this, fixes his hair, does a little, like a little ear grab, and hopes that none of the 3 guys shooting automatic rifles hit him.
That's essentially a near ambush.
Yeah.
It's like the most dangerous type of ambush.
You're dead.
You're like 10 feet away.
You're 10 feet away, and you
have 3 dudes just
3 ARs full auto going into the side of your vehicle with accurate fire. They weren't spraying and praying. They were directed into the doors, and they hit the doors. And if you guys don't know this, doors don't. I'm going to tell you this to all the Hollywood. Doors don't stop bullets. So that little Chevy Cavalier, or whatever the fuck it was not protecting that man's life.
So the thing that gets me about this, and I see it all the time in movies, It's like they shoot him, and all of a sudden the car just like cartwheels out of control, like out of nowhere. Like he just like started to spin, but immediately just like jumped over on its side.
Yeah, and then the flipping thing starts happening.
Super dramatic.
Not realistic, because what would have, if, all honesty, this movie would have been over at 1 minute 30. It would have been Josh Duhamel fixing his hair, car pulling up, killing him, car coming to a slow stop, roll credits. That's where we would have been at if this was realistic. So I'm not sure what the hell all his training was doing for him before the accident, but he just did nothing but this.
Right.
And granted, you could say that maybe the car was up armored, but it wasn't, because the window got shot out, right?
Right, yeah.
It's a Chevy Cavalier. It wasn't slammed on the ground, which would have happened if it's an up armored vehicle. You would have to up the suspension. Basically, it'd be a $100,000 Chevy Cavalier. And it clearly wasn't, because if it was, he wouldn't have done any of this. He would have just kept driving. And it would have been tink, 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 tink. And he would have said, fuck you, I'm out.
I feel like you're talking down about Chevy Cavaliers. That was one of my first cars. I love that car. All right?
Well, fuck Kurt's
Put
first
some
car.
respect on the name, all right?
So if you show me an up armored Chevy Cavalier, I will retract everything. But this shit's ridiculous. If you've ever seen someone that gets shot in a car, the car doesn't just, rah, because that's muscle that they have to use to turn the wheel. You just got shot, you're dying. You just let go. And the car's going to veer off, and then they're going to stop and pump you full
of
another
Josh
night.
Duhamel, all right?
Yeah, he's like,
So.
no. I'm going to flip my way out of this. And then, almost like a complete ripoff of John Wick, is he gets lucky in the first interaction and wakes up in the hospital, which then allows him to use all his skills. Just like the start of John Wick, they decide they're going to break into his house and thump him over the head.
Oh, yeah.
He's got zero security, zero cameras. He's like, ah! And then wakes up because the blessing of them not killing him.
Yep. But
And
they
he
killed
gets
his
to
dog.
start the killing spree.
They fucked with his dog.
So, we'll give you that first scene. Josh Duhamel. That shit was terrible.
Let's see where it goes from here, though.
We'll see what goes from here. Let's see if it gets a little bit more realistic.
Are we right here?
Who are you?
I'm your wife.
You're my wife? He's like, fuck.
Yo, is it just me, or when he found out that was his wife, he was hella disappointed?
His face, he's like, you're my wife?
He was like, nuh-uh. You're a solid 6, my friend. Look at me. I go for 10s. Get the fuck out of my fucking...
Man.
Get out of the hospital. Get out of my room. That's why he didn't believe her so long. It wasn't because she was a double agent. It wasn't because some creepy shit was going on or some like secret agent shit was going on. It was because he knew that she in his book was a 5.
Bitch, you ain't my wife?
He's like, bitch, Like, I wouldn't pick you after a long Saturday night and there's nobody left in the room.
Jeez.
You are not my wife. I'm not saying that. I think she's a very beautiful woman and she's probably a great actress and a great human being. Josh Duhamel, on the other hand, gave a face of, bitch, you ain't my wife.
Just reading his expression.
Yeah. I'm just going off his acting, son. And he told me he could do better than that.
Like this?
No, sir.
Great job. Great fucking job. Where are we at?
What do you want us to do about
I
this?
want you to find the motherfucker.
I don't want to talk shit about Nick Nolte. The guy's been around doing amazing movies for a long time. I understand he's probably got some health issues, but there's a certain point when you tap out, man. Like, he struggled so hard vocally to like get his lines across.
Yeah.
And he's trying to show aggression, but he can't like pronunciate, and it's just like his voice. Oh, dude, I'm sorry, but Nick Nolte, I would throw in the towel, man.
Oof.
That was
It's
rough.
like, fuck, what was his name? In Maverick. Iceman? Not Ice. Yeah,
Oh,
Iceman.
yeah. But that's
Val
a
Kilmer.
throwback to him being in the original movie,
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
got
yeah.
throat cancer.
Exactly, right, yeah.
So it's like it makes sense that he's in it, regardless of his throat condition, and I think he killed it.
Yeah.
But Nick Nolte, like, his character was like, yeah, fuck, like, damn, dude. So that was just hard to watch. I understand people trying to like, praise past generations that brought us up and got us to this point, but sometimes you need to save them from themselves, I would say.
Yeah, right.
He's like, it's baby weight, you piece of shit.
He's so tall and dreamy.
Look at this. Look at this. What she's about to do.
No. Yeah, I saw it.
All right, my guy. She just rope climbed a steel cable.
A steel, like a half-inch or a 1-inch steel cable.
Yeah,
Just-
tops 1 inch. I bet that thing was a half-inch steel braided cable.
Right.
There is no, dude,
Not a chance
not
in
a
hell.
chance. We have to pass a rope climb test in special operations. All of you will too. We'll put a video out on how the best techniques and how to use the foot wrap. We've had people break their legs.
Oh, yeah.
You know, on graduation, the day before graduation, doing a rope climb because the rope is so new, how slippery it gets. And that's like a 2-inch thick rope.
Right.
And now you're trying to tell me that these two people, not just male and female, but these two people could climb up a taut with tension in it,
Probably greasy.
greasy, half-inch steel cable.
Nope.
The main technique with climbing cables is that you have the slack at the bottom of the rope, so you could wrap that slack around your foot and step on it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have any of that slack. So basically what you're telling me is that you're gonna grab onto this cable and just pull all your body weight up like this.
No way. No,
There's
not
no
gonna happen.
fucking way.
I don't care how strong your grip is. It's not physically possible to
No.
grab like that and get enough tension. Your hand's not slipping.
Right. You would maybe get 1 or 2 grabs if you're super, super strong, and it would just start sliding down,
Yep.
and you would burn the shit out of your hands.
And I'm, not speaking about her that much or not speaking bad about her, but she doesn't look that fit.
Right.
So I don't think that she is going to be, the one to be able to climb the rope.
Dude, I want to go
like
up to Josh DeMel right now and be like,
Yeah.
I'll give you a
He's not doing
fucking,
it.
I'll give you $100,000 if you can climb up 5 foot
Not gonna
of
happen.
half-inch steel braided line of cable, and that's taut. There's no fucking way.
Nope.
So ridiculous. And they had she can't even fake the scene. They had to cut it to where he was just pulling her up. So come on, total BS. So
That's the
Josh
plot
DeMel
scene.
doesn't have a rifle. So they're like, how could we give him a rifle? Oh, we'll just make one of the goons looking at his phone and put it down to the right of
Yeah.
him. No sling. Why would you not have that rifle attached to your body? If
That
you're
guy-
carrying a rifle all day, there's no fucking way you're not gonna have a sling.
I love how he crept up like a drill sergeant in
Yeah,
basic
he's not-
training. That guy's about to get fucked up. You never have your rifle
doing
more than arm's
burpees,
length.
bitch.
Yeah, right.
Like,
But yeah, just walked up. Well, I'll take
just
that.
walked up and he just carefully took it
Thank
all so the movie could give him a rifle so then he could start getting into gunfights
Going
and,
to work.
and going to work. Like, what the fuck? Why? What? Who anywhere would not have a sling and then just set the rifle down and be like, no, 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 no,
What
no.
happened when the plot needs it to happen?
Yeah,
Maybe if he had a
that
sling.
only happened right because the plot needed it to happen. That was so stupid.
Dark and oh, this fucking guy.
Yo, how fucking lame was that scene? You got Mexican juggernaut just fucking running through the hallway at like Mach 0.5. Like this dude's running so slow that the nurse was like finishing her notes, being like, "Where's he going?"
I love how he was getting winded by the end. He's like,
Yeah.
"Fuck, how long is this hallway?"
And then they have a doctor come out and be like, "Oh, there's a fight." He gets pushed out of the way, and then Josh DeMel just steps aside and stomach kicks him. It's like he had 3 hours to plan his attack.
Like, what am I gonna do when he gets here?
He like took a lunch break, took a nap. He's like, when the Mexican juggernaut gets to me, if anybody steps to the side and does a side kick, like an old ass fucking 1980 karate kick, you're gonna grab their leg, a single leg takedown, and just fucking start destroying them.
Yeah, but not this guy.
You're not gonna hand me your leg. Once I own your leg, I'm kicking out the other one, and I'm gonna start punching you in the dick until the kids is the last thing that will ever be on your mind. You won't have balls anymore. I'm gonna till we get meatball explosion all over the fucking place. All right, guys. So there it is, Blackout. One of the worst movies that's come out in a long time when it comes to special operations. When it comes to tactics, this is terrible.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
There was it was child's play.
Child's
it was
play.
so bad.
This is so awful.
The gunfights were bad. The actual fights were bad.
Everything about it was terrible. It was hard to watch. The tactics were insanely off. I don't know if they even did have somebody that was advising on this movie, but again,
Probably
hey, we're not gonna throw bones and be like, well, it was entertaining. Like, no, it's either a good tactical movie and they really nailed it, like John Wick and all these awesome movies, 13
Right.
Hours. We keep saying all the ones that did it. We say them. I say them for a reason. I say them to validate the good ones that are out there, so
Well,
people don't think we're trying to bash every one.
It's like the benchmark, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to, like, are you gonna surpass that or even come close? You don't even got to surpass it. Are you
Right.
gonna come close to that?
What's the one we did? Fazul?
Mosul.
So
Right.
the Mosul is another amazing action film
Yeah.
that's all about tactics and it was super believable. So you got Mosul, you got 13 Hours, you got Lone Survivor. Like these are all great movies, but we are not going to say anything good about a piece of shit like this in the face of those because that's what you're being compared to.
Right. Yeah.
So if you guys were entertained by that movie, more power to you. Watch it all you want. Watch it 10 times. I don't give a shit. But if we were to rate this movie, I give it a 5%.
Oh, it's a
Yeah, we won't even go percentage. We're just gonna go
Just a
fat
big
ass,
fat
two thumbs,
down.
trash. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that episode. Make sure you go check out the mentor program. Like I said, the Ruck Trainer is going to sell out fast, so make sure you sign up your email account and then check for all the content that we have coming your way. We linked up with a doctor from Boulder Fit to make sure you guys are training the right way for selection and we're not just hitting you with bro science. We linked up with Cody Donovan from High Altitude to give you a UFC fighter and coach on how to transition mixed martial arts into special operations fighting. We are literally doing everything we possibly can to help you get selected, and there's no one out there doing more than we are to help you get selected. So
Nobody.
make sure, stay tuned. We'll talk to you guys next time.